Now, let's go to our exclusive from Thursday night's show, where we revealed that former Home Affairs Secretary Mike Pezzullo has been told that he's going to be stripped of his Order of Australia that was given to him in 2020. Since then, many have thrown their support behind Pezzullo. They've even called for the Prime Minister to intervene and reverse the decision. Shadow Home Affairs Minister James Paterson said stripping his AO is incredibly petty. The PM should intervene to stop it. Then just today, Strategic Analysis Australia Director Peter Jennings said that stripping Pezzullo of a deserved Order of Australia awarded 4 years ago for a significant career in national security is unacceptably punitive. If it happens, the government will claim it's the result of independent processes. Be assured that nothing in Canberra happens unless the Prime Minister wants it. Well, we asked the Prime Minister's office whether Albanese was going to reverse the decision. A government spokesman has told us this is a standard review automatically triggered by the Australian Public Service Commission findings. It is independent from government and still ongoing. Questions about the process should be directed to the Honours Council. So, Andrew, there you go. As Peter Jennings predicted, the Albanese government is saying, oh, nothing to do with us. This is an independent process.
Well, Peter Jennings is rarely wrong, and he's certainly right on this occasion. I mean, this is just childish. I mean, absolutely, Pezzullo showed a little bit of an error of judgment in cozying up to government in the way he did. But the punishment doesn't fit the crime. We're talking about little gossipy messages being sent on text. It's hardly warranting the removal of such an award. I mean, what you can't take away from Mike Pezzullo is the incredible amount of accomplishment that he achieved as one of Australia's strongest public servants in an era where he had to knit together a monster portfolio department. And add to that the fact that he was pivotal in Operation Sovereign Borders. I mean, the dude deserves his award and more, and yet it's being stripped away or potentially being stripped away by petty politics.
Yeah. Look, I went through on Thursday night the reasons, the findings against him, so I'm not going to go through the detail of those now. But ultimately, Andrew, you are right. They were gossipy messages with a political lobbyist. Cameron, most people who have their Order of Australia stripped or other honours stripped, pretty much all of them are where there has been a criminal conviction, serious crimes or pedophilia. It's the complete opposite with Pezzullo.
Absolutely. And look how good the borders are under O'Neil and Giles right now without Pezzullo's influence. Pezzullo stopped the boats and kept us safe. And he deserves the AO for that alone. But he was a servant of the Labor Party many years ago, a fine public servant. He does not need to have this retrospectively done to him. And to your point, it's not a fraud or criminal act that he's undertaken. It was a error of judgment that hurt no one in the end. And so, yes, it would be incredibly petty politics to remove this AO from him, given how well he did in the service of this country.
All right, well, look, given how Albanese has been slipping in the polls, the Sydney Morning Herald has done this big piece today on the candidates for Labor leader, the succession plan. Andrew Carswell, what I think is most disturbing about this report. Look, I've been reporting for a long time that Tony Burke considers himself a leadership candidate. I've said how ridiculous that is. But the Herald today says that he's the next most obvious leadership candidate. What a joke.
Well, Sharri, it's a roll gold list of underachievement, this article. Yes, he does view himself as a future leader, but the problem is he's disliked by his own faction. You throw Chris Bowen in the mix as well. He considers himself as a future leader. Tanya Plibersek as a future leader as well. They've hardly covered themselves in glory in the last couple of years. The only one that really rises above the mediocre pack here is the Treasurer, Jim Chalmers. I mean, he's the only one that can cut through
I couldn't agree more.
To a degree where you can say
I think all three of us would agree on that point. All three of us would probably agree on that point.